Hello guys! Today we are going to see the newly released movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever in 2022. In the beginning of the film, we are shown that Shuri is trying to recreate a type of medicinal plant. Because all the herbs in Wakanda were burned by Chaka. T'Challa is very seriously ill. So, he needs these herbs to heal quickly. Shuri tries to fix it using all his technology. But in the end, she fails. Queen Ramonda comes to her and says T'Challa is dead. The people of Wakanda and T'Challa's relatives are deeply saddened by his death. After that, they take Black Panther to the burial place very respectfully. All of them pay their last respects to him with great sadness at this time. A year later, Queen Ramonda attends a United Nations meeting. In that meeting, she is pressured to share the Vibranium element in Wakanda with other nations. T'Challa had promised that before he died. But Queen Ramonda refuses to give that Vibranium to other states. She is afraid that other nations will use Vibranium for wrong things. She thinks they use it as a medicine. For that reason, and because Black Panther, the protector of Wakanda, is no longer there, she decides not to give the Vibranium. But she says that Wakanda is not a weak state for this reason. They have used Vibranium technology a lot for defense rather than attack. As an example of this, she brings to the meeting the French army that Okoye and Dora had fought and captured. They have entered the mines of Wakanda and tried to steal Vibranium. Because of that, Queen Ramonda has arrested them, and she warns everyone not to underestimate the kingdom of Wakanda. Also, she says that she will not allow Vibranium to be used illegally. During the night, CIA officers can use a new Vibranium detector machine to find Vibranium on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. After that, the divers are asked to go down to the bottom and look for this Vibranium sleeper. As the divers go to the bottom and begin to investigate, mysteriously one by one they start to disappear. And a few minutes later, a strange singing is heard from the bottom of the ocean. Everyone who hears the song gets hypnotized and jumps into the sea. Then a strange, blue-skinned group boarded the ship and began killing all the remaining CIA officers. We see hundreds of officers dying here. Because of that incident, only the leader of those officers was able to escape. Her name is Valentina, and she is currently escaping in a helicopter. After this incident, the CIA officials think that the people from Wakanda did this crime. So, they decide to blame Wakanda for the massacre. That night, Queen Ramonda tells Shuri to burn the white cloth she has. The burning of this torch is symbolic of her finally accepting T'Challa's death. But Shuri refuses because she still hasn't accepted her brother's death. Suddenly these two see something strange coming out of the lake. From that lake comes the leader of the blue-skin group that killed the CIA officers. His name is Namor. Queen Ramonda and Shuri are very surprised that they entered Wakanda, where there is a very tight security. Namor comes here and reveals his opposition to them. He blames Wakanda and T'Challa. He says that the outside world found out about Vibranium because of T'Challa. So, because of that, many people try to steal Vibranium, and even the Vibranium at the bottom of the ocean cannot be saved from them. There is a Vibranium mine at the bottom of the ocean, a little smaller than Wakanda. Namor tells Queen Ramonda to find the scientist who invented the Vibranium detector and deliver it to him. He says that technology must be destroyed. He threatens the queen that if she doesn't do this, he will attack Wakanda. The next day, Shuri and Okoye meet with Agent Ross because they want to find out about this. They want to find out the identity of the scientist mentioned by Namor. She says she needs to pack her things before going to Wakanda. So, she takes Shuri and Okoye to her camp. This is where she has done all her tests. While she is packing her things, Shuri and Okoye are surprised to see her tests. Before they can leave, FBI agents suddenly come and surround them. At that time, Shurian escapes from the FBI officers on a motorcycle and Okoye uses Riri's car to escape from there. And at that time, Riri pulls the iron suit she made and escapes from the FBI officers with it. After she escapes from the FBI officers, the three of them meet together. But suddenly Namor's soldiers come here and attack them. At this time, the leaders of this blue group, Adlia and Namora, kill all the FBI officers. After killing all the officers, they fight Okoye. Okoye is unable to fight all these soldiers and she is defeated in the end. Shuri and Riri are then taken to their underwater kingdom. They call this kingdom Talokan. Meanwhile, Okoye quickly goes to Wakanda and reports what happened to the queen. She says that she fought Namor's soldiers and tried to save Princess Shuri, but she was defeated. But Queen Ramonda is very sad because of this. She blames Okoye for not protecting Princess Shuri. At this time, the queen did not accept Okoye's reasons for freedom and removed her from the palace service. After that, Queen Ramonda leaves to meet Nakia. At this time, she tells Nakia that Shuri has been kidnapped. So that's why the queen asks for her help to find the Shurian. After that, Nakia, who investigates this, is able to find information about the Talokan kingdom. That information can be found from someone in that village. At this time, Shuri is brought in front of Namora. Namor now tells her the story of his life. He is actually over 100 years old. When he was in his mother's womb, she lived on land. We are shown that she is suffering from a very mysterious disease. As a cure for that disease, a strange medicine is made from a special plant found at the bottom of the sea and given to all of them. This plant is similar to the herb found in Wakanda, but its color is slightly different. Namor's mother and the rest of the village are now unconscious, and he later wakes up to see their skin turn blue. And they have not been able to breathe from land. So, they go into the sea, and at that moment Namor is born. He is the first child born after this incident. Namor grows up as a special child. He has got superpowers because of this medicine. His legs have small pairs of wings. Before his mother died, he was told to bury her body in the village where he lived. So Namor and his group go back to land to bury the mother. But after they go to the land, they are very surprised to see On's village. They see that many villagers are enslaved. They have been enslaved by the Spanish nations. Namor is now very angry and kills them all and burns their house completely. Because of this incident, Namor has started to hate people, and after that incident, he has a great desire to control the human race. This time he asks the princess of Wakanda to work together. And he says that if they refuse this request, they will be the first race to be destroyed by Namor. Namor then invites Shuri to come see the beauty of their kingdom. And he is currently giving her his handiwork as a gift. She is the man who saw this kingdom for the first time. During their conversation, he receives a message from Queen Ramonda. attack Wakanda again in a week. Shuri is the only surviving heir to the throne. Shuri is very angry at this time and refuses to grieve over her mother's death. She continues to experiment with the herb in Wakanda. Then she can regain Black Panther's power and punish Namor. At this time, she tries to test her by using the bracelet that Namor gave her. Just like Shuri, Reedy also creates one iota for the coming war. A new war dress has been made for Shuri and Okoye. We can see that the military uniform is made with very high technology. Ririth is currently upgrading her iron heart suit and she decides to use it for battle. Shuri's efforts are not wasted. She is able to find the formula to regain the power of the herb. Nakia makes a potion from the herb and gives it to Shuri. According to their tradition, she travels to the world of their ancestors. But in this world, she will not find Queen Ramonda. Instead, she meets her cousin Killmonger here. Shuri is surprised to see Killmonger here. She now realizes that her ancestors have abandoned her. That's why she met Killmonger here. She refuses to talk to him. But Killmonger tells her that the reason they meet here is because they both have similarities. Both of them have a great hope for revenge. And he tells Shuri that the previous Black Panthers are very weak. That's why he burned the herbs, so that a Black Panther would never be born again. Finally, he says that he sees a very strong Black Panther in Shuri. After that, Shuri wakes up again and she is very worried about not being able to meet her ancestors. Nakia thinks their experiment has failed. But due to her anger, Shuri sees that she has already received the power of Black Panther. With the power she got, she decides to take revenge on Namor. In the beginning, M'Baku won't be the same with Shurians. He rejects what she says. But Shuri does not accept what he says. Therefore, the next day, the army of Wakanda prepares to attack Namor's kingdom. All of them approach a big ship with iota. These people are using this ship to travel towards Namor's kingdom. As they near the kingdom, Shuri's plan is to trick Namor into bringing his army to the surface of the water. After that, a very big war starts between the two kingdoms. At the start of the battle, the Wakanda army beats Namor's army very easily. But in the middle of the battle, they realize that the number of Namor's army has increased. Meanwhile, Riri pulls on her new battlesuit and continues to attack Namor's army. Also, Shuri pulls on her Black Panther outfit and fights face to face with Namor. Shuri manages to lure Namor into her trap. Shuri's new technology is slowly making it difficult for Namor to breathe on land. Her plan is to take him to a desert after that. After learning that Namor has been trapped, M'Baku pleads with the army to retreat. But Namora blows up their ship under the sea. Because of this, they can't go anywhere, and they get stuck in the middle of the ocean. This situation gives Namor's forces an advantage, and they attack Wakanda's army fiercely. They use whales and different fishes to Because of this, Shuri takes out the spear attached to her from her body. She walks in front of him and says Wakanda forever and burns Namor's body. After he falls down due to the fire, Shuri tries to kill him. But at this time, she suddenly sees a vision of the Queen. Queen Ramonda asks Shuri to let Namor go, because she doesn't want to see Shuri killing someone for revenge. Namor eventually surrenders to Shuri and agrees to be an ally of Wakanda. They both come to the battlefield and stop the fight of the two factions, and they reconcile with each other. A few days after this battle, the people of Wakanda are able to grow their medicinal plants again. Before Riri leaves Wakanda, Shuri gives her a car as a gift. At this time, Namori from the other kingdom is very angry. She doesn't like Namor being an ally in Wakanda. But Namor says that the time will soon come when they will need Wakanda's help, because they have no other allies in the outside world. M'Baku takes over Wakanda when Shuri is not in Wakanda. We see Shuri has gone to meet Nakia. At this time, she goes to the beach and burns a white shawl. Because of this, we can see that Shuri has accepted the death of her mother and brother. It was then that we got to know that a son was born to Nakia and T'Challa. T'Challa has chosen to spend his childhood outside of Wakanda, because then his son will not be harassed by the politics of Wakanda. They named this son Toussaint. But this beautiful film ends when they say his name is Prince T'Challa.
Thanks for watching this video. By clicking this, you can watch the next movie. I happily invite you to watch that beautiful movie. Welcome to the cinematic universe.